Wendy's has had its famous chili on the menu since the very first restaurant opened in 1969. Here's the story of why Dave Thomas wanted chili on the menu when he launched Wendy's. The full name of Wendy's is Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers. Wendy's famous burgers have propelled the company for more than 50 years and informed its menu, even in non-traditional fast food side items. According to the chain's website, the first restaurant opened for business on November 15, 1969, with just one outlet in Columbus, Ohio.
I started Wendy's with one restaurant and a philosophy. Don't have hamburgers sitting around. Serve them hot off the grill.
The initial menu was brief and extremely uncomplicated. Wendy's sold burgers, fries, soft drinks, the Frosty, and in a wild card play that immediately differentiated itself from other fast food outlets, chili. It cost just 55 cents, the same as a single patty hamburger did at the time. Over time, Wendy's grew into one of the biggest and most dominant hamburger chains on the planet, serving both classical and experimental takes on the beef, cheese, bun formula, along with plenty of other standard fast food items like fries, chicken sandwiches, chicken nuggets, and kids' meals. Even after more than 50 years on the scene, not too many other mainstream hamburger-oriented fast food outlets have ever bothered to take Wendy's lead and sell an original recipe chili. It's such an anomaly that in his book Dave's Way, Wendy's founder Dave Thomas admitted that people have often asked him why he chose to have chili on the Wendy's menu. His justification is viable both in 1969 and today. It was a way to cut down on food waste and turn a small profit off of meat that would ordinarily have gone into the trash. Fast food workers have to work, well, fast, and sometimes that means grilling up enough burgers to meet anticipated demand. But what happens to patties that get cooked but not sold or eaten? Some restaurants would just throw them away and suffer financial loss. Wendy's doesn't do that. It saves unsellable meat for its famous chili.
That's a heck of a good idea.
Even though Dave Thomas wanted hot chili on the Wendy's menu before he even opened his first store in 1969, he was briefly stymied on just how exactly he was going to pull it off. Thomas wrote in his memoir, Dave's Way, "The recipe was the hard part. The exact combination of beef, spices, vegetables, and multiple kinds of beans was struck upon only after what Thomas called, quote, marathon cooking sessions that took place in his own kitchen at home, led by his wife, Lorraine, and in the kitchen of Charlotte Emke, spouse of Len Emke, a car dealer and close friend of Thomas, who also helped secure the real estate to open the first Wendy's. Lorraine Thomas and Charlotte Emke developed and finalized the recipe for Wendy's chili that was sold in the first restaurant on the first day, and hasn't really changed all that much since." Wendy says its chili is chili, and upon a quick examination, it certainly seems like chili. It smells like onions and tomatoes, and is made with beef and tasty spices and flavorings after all. But some chili purists could argue that Wendy's chili is not technically that. It's full of vegetable chunks as well as beans. In Texas-style chili, vegetables are cooked and broken down or pureed until they're part of the whole reddish-brown mixture, while beans are generally not included at all. And all those ingredients float inside of a fairly thin broth, unlike the rich, thick gravy meets marinara texture of Texas chili. Wendy's chili, in other words, is a beef and bean soup. But whatever it is, Wendy's uses a not-so-secret recipe for its signature spoon and bowl hot and soft spicy mush. According to Secret Sauce, in 1994, Wendy's founder Dave Thomas contributed his recipe for old-fashioned chili to Colorado Cooks for Education, a charity cookbook sold to raise funds for Colorado schools. From the brain of Thomas himself, the key ingredients in Wendy's chili are ground beef, tomato juice, tomato puree, red kidney beans, small red beans, onion, celery, chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, salt, pepper, oregano, cayenne, and sugar. Countless diners swear by fast food value menus, which allow them to feed themselves and their families for just a couple of bucks a pop. As an added bonus, diners can build a meal from a wide array of cheaply priced small to medium entrees, sides, beverages, and treats. Burger King debuted its value menu in 1998, and McDonald's launched its first dollar menu in 2002, both almost a decade after Wendy's originated the concept. During a fast food price war, in which Burger King and McDonald's deeply cut the price of the Whopper and Big Mac respectively to 99 cents, Wendy's took a different approach by creating a whole menu with 99-cent items. And so, in 1989, Wendy's launched the Super Value Menu. The new menu promised the attractive idea of several popular Wendy's items that each cost $1 minus a penny. Among the first most attention-getting sides, Wendy's flagship Frosty and chili. A 2007 commercial for Wendy's chili featured the Violent Femmes' Blister in the Sun, probably the best-known song of the Milwaukee indie rock trio. It appeared on the group's self-titled 1983 debut album and has popped up in many movies and TV shows. Composed by Femmes frontman Gordon Gano, Blister in the Sun is an early college rock classic, and it's also a song about teenage sexual frustration, which are only two of the reasons why it's surprising that it ever appeared in a Wendy's chili ad. On Milwaukee columnist Andy Tarnoff discussed his bafflement, and Femmes bassist Brian Ritchie wrote in to explain the situation. Ritchie wrote, Gordon Gano is the publisher of the song, and Warner's is the record company. When they agreed to use it, there's nothing the rest of the band can do about it. Ritchie also had this to add: "When you see dubious, or in this case disgusting, uses of our music, you can thank the greed, insensitivity, and poor taste of Gordon Gano. It is his karma that he lost his songwriting ability many years ago, probably due to his own lack of self-respect." According to Billboard, Ritchie sued Gano, seeking proper recognition as co-writer of several Violent Femmes songs, while also calling out his bandmate for sullying the group's good name by allowing its music to be used in ads. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.